People don't understand how
Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. Got a crypto grind. Currencies flowing, every coins on my mind. My coin base the upper, watch your numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash register ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
if you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
We gotta get this money on. What up, y'all? What's good? What it do? Give me 1 second. D should be tapping in a second. We in here. We got a couple things to go over. So we do got some market structure updates to go over. We got some updates from Tim Scott as well as Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. So we do got a couple things to talk about and discuss. So yeah, hold on 1 second, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna get started here. We got a bunch of articles to go over, so go ahead and get comfortable. Go ahead and get comfy. AD, go ahead and come over to YouTube. There you go. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Appreciate you, Dan. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
What's good? What's good?
It's coming together. What up, everybody? So yeah, we got some stuff to go over. We got plenty of articles to go over. Make sure y'all share the live on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all coming in. Go ahead and hit the like button as you coming in. Hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button yet, go hit the like button real quick. Go hit the like button. Let's hit the like button. So we can make sure we on that algorithm. Y'all already know what time it is. So let's hit that. Let's hit that like button. Okay. So yeah, we got a couple. All right, damn, my laptop finna die. Hold on. Thought I charged this shit last night.
What up? What up? What up? Oh yeah.
Look that up before y'all be like, what happened?
Nah, I'm not. I mean, it's good that you don't keep it plugged. Some people keep their shit plugged in all day.
Yeah, no, that's not good for your battery. It's not good for
your battery drain out.
All right, so yeah, we good. All right, bet. Let me just put this over here. All right, y'all. So yeah, we got a couple things to go over. So we got to talk. We got some Federal Reserve news that I'm actually gonna go over first because this news actually, and I missed it, but it came out after that OCC news dropped yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a coincidence whatsoever. It literally came out a few hours after the OCC dropped that bombshell on us yesterday. Tap into yesterday's live so that you'll know the magnitude of what we talked about if you missed it. But yes, the OCC dropped a bombshell yesterday regarding permissible bank activities. So yeah, the banks can hold crypto on their balance sheet now. So that is so they're going to be so the fees and gas fees, I'll just kind of give y'all a quick summary, but they'll be making money from the gas fees and they'll be able to stake it and earn yield off of the gas fees. So if y'all think the banks make buku bread off us now from fees, imagine when they be able to earn yield on top of the fees. You know what I'm saying? They about to be making even more money. So all that shit y'all see in the media, all that fake ass pushback is exactly what I just said. It's fake ass pushback. It's theater. But yes, so this news from the Federal Reserve released yesterday at 9 a.m. So it says the Federal Reserve Board releases information regarding enhancements to bank supervision. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen over here. And we're gonna go over this. Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all coming in on TikTok and YouTube. Let's keep them likes up. Here we go. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, Federal Reserve Board. My bad, y'all. Federal Reserve Board. Y'all can see my screen
Um.
on YouTube. Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, y'all. So Federal Reserve Board releases information regarding enhancements to bank supervision. So this is a press release from the Federal Reserve. So the Fed announced enhancements to bank supervision, in particular, updated supervisory operating principles for examiners and bank supervisors. So the new principles focus on identifying and acting on material financial risks to banks rather than broad or unfocused supervision. So they aim to align bank exam ratings or supervision with the real risks banks pose, reduce duplication of exams, and improve remediation of issues raised by supervisors. The Fed will refine these new principles and may formalize them via public supervisory guidance or regulatory changes. The Fed is stressing that this is not about narrowing supervision, but sharpening it, anchoring our work in material financial risk. So what this means for crypto. So it's a central bank supervision update. So crypto moves closer to mainstream infrastructure. So we're shifting from the Wild West era of crypto to the era of institutional compliant crypto infrastructure. So one second. So eventually this does impact the monetary policy, reserve asset structure, and institutional capital flow. So banks and plus crypto exposure will be better scrutinized. So because the Fed is refocusing supervision on material risk, banks that engage in crypto related businesses may face higher scrutiny if those activities are seen as material. So banks may need to better document and manage their crypto risk exposures. From crypto firms, the corridor of working with banks may become somewhat tougher as banks ask for improved risk control. So this aligns with everything that we be talking about as far as institutional infrastructure that is being built, but with higher discipline. So basically, the banks are coming out. I mean, basically, the Federal Reserve is letting the banks know that y'all gonna start paying more attention to this. This is now a priority, and y'all need to make sure that this shit is correct and in line. So y'all no longer can ignore it. So yeah, this is a new workload that we dumping on your desk. That's pretty much what the Feds just told the banks. So
Damn.
yeah, so that's pretty much. So with the supervisory framework emphasizing timely remediation and alignment to real risk, banks will likely demand stronger risk management frameworks from crypto firms. So crypto firms offering custody, staking, tokenization may need to provide clear audits, governance, liquidity risk programs. That could raise the bar for entry, but also raise the quality of infrastructure in the crypto space, which is a long-term positive for crypto maturation. Um, because banks may pause or rethink certain crypto engagements until they feel comfortable with risk models, institutional adoption might not be explosive overnight, but when it happens, it will be more stable. So yeah, we're entering a phase of institutional consolidation rather than speculative explosion. So as y'all can see, the speculative side of crypto doors are closing and they're closing fast. Okay. So yeah, the infrastructure, they dumping a whole workload on these people. I know these people that work in this sector mad as hell, boy. They got trainers out their ass right now. I know they own them. Golly. So yeah, the Fed is preparing for crypto era risk. So the fact that the Fed is updating its supervisory regime signals that the central bank sees crypto as part of the evolving financial system risk profile. So yes, this ties into what me and D talk about all the time about monetary shifts and the currency resets. So because central banks are preparing for non-traditional financial actors and asset classes, so this is a signal event that crypto is being integrated into mainstream finance and central bank supervision frameworks. It is here now. It is real. They have implemented crypto into the banking infrastructure now. So this is no longer speculative. This is a fact. This is a fact now. So either you're going to make sure you're taking advantage of the opportunity to invest into the infrastructure, or you're going to miss out on a life-changing wealth opportunity that will change your entire bloodline. It is solely up to you. The opportunity is right in front of your face. Everything else happening around you is a complete distraction. And a lot of y'all are falling for it. And a lot of y'all are fake woke because you think, oh, Trump just trying to turn America white. He's trying to do this. That's the fucking distraction. That's the distraction. And y'all think y'all woke to something that is very, very obvious. We all fucking know this shit already. They've been, and it had nothing to do with Trump. All the shit that they're doing, this is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the land of opportunity. There's no excuses because everybody has access to this, because everybody has access to a cell phone or the internet in some way, form, or fashion. Libraries are free. So it's here now. So yeah, this is going to also increase demand for services in digital asset custody, staking providers with audited models, tokenization platforms with governance structures. So yeah, so for the newbies, if you're new in the chat, please drop a 1. If you're a newbie in the chat, please drop a 1. Please drop a 1 because we're at a very, very, what did you just tell me on the phone? We're at a very, the market, where we at in the market right now is do or die. This is what we've been saying, trust me, bro, season for over a year, but it's really, trust me, bro, either you in or you out. Either you in or you out. So what we doing on Sunday, what we're gonna take we're gonna take our Sunday out and we're going to help new people. Okay, I feel like this ain't something me and D did since probably 2023, 2022. But
it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
So we're gonna do, instead of doing one-on-one consultations, it's just way too many of y'all in the DMs. It's just not possible. We're gonna do a more a class. It's only gonna be $50. We ain't even taxing. We're gonna do a class for intro to crypto. I know some of y'all like, damn, but if you this is for new people, not for y'all seasoned crypto holders. This is for new people. So the link should be available here in a second. But yes, we're gonna do an intro to crypto class on Sunday. So because I don't want no excuses, and we're not even taxing that much because now we said our classes weren't gonna go under $100 ever again. But we'll do this class for $50.
We're getting too many messages. Been getting mad messages.
Yeah. So to get y'all acclimated and get y'all in, at least get y'all in the game is one thing. To, DeFi would be the next step, but we got to get you in crypto before we can even get you in DeFi. And a lot of y'all like, well, what's the infrastructure? What I need to invest in? What's going on? Y'all need to have a firm understanding of what's going on here. Okay. But this was huge news. This is the stamp of approval right here that crypto ain't going nowhere. We are going to get regulations, whether it happens in 2025 or 2026. We getting regulations because the banks have made that move and said this is in our infrastructure now. This is a priority on our balance sheets, and y'all gonna make sure this shit right. It's basically what the banks are saying. So the class is gonna be on Sunday. What time?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. on Sunday. 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. It's probably gonna be about an hour and a half, but it's gonna be on 6 p.m. on Sunday. So we'll have that link available here in a second. Before the live is over, we'll have the link available for y'all. But yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all because that was like, I wish an article like this could have came out 2 or 3 years ago to show y'all how real this shit is. But here we are. So it just proves that everything that we've been talking about for the last couple of years is finally coming to fruition. We you know what I'm saying? We don't look crazy no more. You can no longer say we crazy, we conspiracy theorists, we don't know what we're talking about, blah, blah, blah. No, it's here now. The Federal Reserve has tapped in and they have told the banks, this is what's going on. This is what y'all gonna do. This is how we doing it. And yeah, do them trainings.
and check out what I just sent you. This was from like a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, let me pull that up right now.
Because I think a lot of people still don't understand like where they bread is, when it comes to certain things.
My bad. Hold on. I got it right here.
Very good.
Oh, you can see it. It should be on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically what happened here is a Kentucky teachers retirement fund lost $3 million in selling investments into a Russian bank. You know what I'm saying? So like people don't understand what their money is tied to in these markets, right? Whether it's Fidelity, whether it's any of these companies that you've been working for years, you don't understand like they put your money wherever they see fit, they feel that they're going to put it to. So that means, you know, your 401ks, your all that stuff. Like, how many people have you helped out and were just like, yo, I was losing money in my 401k and then I put it into the crypto market and I'm way up than I ever was. You heard?
What you say? I'm sorry. I had to.
I said, how many people have you talked to personally where they put their money from their 401ks and they put it into the market and then they're way up because of.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can talk from personal experience. I took my 401k out and put it in crypto, and I made way more money in the last 3 years in crypto than I would have if I had kept slaving at a job.
Right.
My return, I'm up like 12 or 1,300%. I would have never saw that in a 401k.
No,
never.
No. So
not that fast.
So and most people that, you know, are working, you know what I'm saying, and they have a 401k or something like that, they don't know that their money is tied to certain things. And if it's like this, because I'm pretty sure these Kentucky teachers didn't know that they retirement was tied to a Russian bank. And then when we put those sanctions on Russia, that bank fell. That bank fell, fam.
So yeah, y'all might want to go and see where y'all retirement funds are and what it's tied to. Because when stuff like this happens, these people lost their whole retirement. These Kentucky teachers lost their entire retirement. I don't know how it worked out for them later. I don't know if they ended up getting their money back, if they worked something out, but that's scary to even think about. Your whole, you know what I'm saying, your that's like your life savings in that retirement fund so that you can retire and it's gone. Just like that.
Right. So yeah, that's just to give you a peer view of you know what's really going on, and
have another plan.
Have
another plan, because we're going into a new monetary system. So the old system is 401ks and IRAs and all of that stuff. That's the old system. The new system is crypto. That is the new system now. ETFs. So you want to reallocate some of those funds. I'm not saying take the whole thing, but you want to have more than one option. Those people that just put all their eggs into that one retirement thing, and then this sanction thing happened, and now boom, now you got to work till you croak. Literally, you know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate. So you want to make sure you're setting yourself up and you got multiple options here. You know, opposed to just putting all your eggs in one basket. Because I think, you know, that worked out for the boomers and the generation before them, but that's not going to work out too well for anybody born after the baby boomers. And some of the baby boomers got screwed over as well. So depending on, you know, how old you are. So some of them even got screwed. So if knowing that information, you got to have more than one option set up here. Or you know, you're going to be a very unhappy elderly individual. Very unhappy. So woo.
Nah, it's serious.
Very, very serious. I know I want to talk about this. I want to talk about it real bad. Ash, if you have 115K in a 401k, what will you put that in? If I was somebody, so I'm guessing since you got a 6-figure 401k plan, I'm just gonna guess you in your 40s or 50s. So this is what I can only tell you what I told my family to do because I'm not a financial advisor. Matter of fact, I'll just tell you what I do because I'm not a financial advisor. If I had 115K in a 401k and I was 50 years old, I would be scared because I'm 50 and I probably halfway know what's going on. I would take maybe 30,000 out of that 115, or I would no, I'm too scary for that. I would have took 15K. I would take 15K that way. I still had 100,000. I would take 15,000 and I would put that and I would disperse that into the infrastructure that we talk about every single day. I would be dispersing that 15,000 between XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Quant. If you can figure out how to get IOTA, and then I would put some in like Metal blockchain, loan protocol, and I would kind of disperse those funds between the infrastructure, between those assets. That's what I would do personally. I might even 15,000. I might, if I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, if I actually know what I'm talking about, I throw something in Solana. You got 6 figures. I'd take $5,000 and, you know, maybe sit on 95 and take 5,000 and put it in Solana. That's just me though. That's what I would do.
Yeah, because last year before the market went up, I'm pretty sure you and I talked to several people that even took the hit from their 401k, and put it into the market.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So that is personally what I would do, but that is not financial advice, and don't listen to nothing I just said because I could be 1000% wrong. So make sure you know that part.
Yeah. Listen, there ain't no financial advice over here. I'm just telling you what other people have done, have told us what they did because they were true to their convictions. You know what I'm saying? They were true to they discernment.
And maybe some people. I don't know if Ed was in the chat. I know Edwin was one of those ones that use some of those funds, and he's up crazy right now. So I don't know if he's in the chat if he want to motivate you a little bit, but he's one of those ones that got in. Edwin's timing was immaculate.
Yeah,
He one of those people that hopped in the market October last year before everything sprouted up a little bit. Yeah, he one of those ones that got in a month or two before that run up we had last year when Trump said we're gonna be the crypto capital of the world and the market flew up. He one of those. That timing was crazy. Shout out to Edwin. I don't know if he's in the chat, but
he just retired. He just retired last week.
Oh, he just retired last week because of D. Yep. Shout out to Edwin. So Edwin was able to retire last week because D helped him out last year. There you go. True testimony right there. We're not capping. You know what I'm saying? We're not capping at all. So yeah, y'all. So we'll go ahead and continue with these articles though. Let's talk about Kraken. Kraken is about the IPO.
Oh yeah. Cracking. Let's get
it cracking then. So that's crazy because we literally was trying to figure out a couple days ago if they had IPO. I knew they was talking about it. I had seen the rumor, but it's official now. So crypto exchange Kraken. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kraken, whatever the hell they is.
We know what you mean.
Yeah, they submitted a confidential U.S. IPO filing. So let's talk about it real quick. So I'm actually full transparency. I'm actually looking at Kraken for some wealth strategy because they have a lot. If you checked out Kraken, they have a lot of different solutions over there with your assets. So I'm actually thinking about trusting them a little bit. We'll see. But I've heard good things about Kraken though. So what Kraken is saying, so Kraken filed a confidentially, what is this? Kraken filed confidentially for a US IPO. So Kraken, this is called Payward, Payward company. Okay. So they have submitted a draft registration statement, which is a form S1 with the SEC. They haven't set the number of shares or the price range yet. The IPO will move forward once the SEC reviews their filings, assuming market conditions are favorable. So Kraken reportedly raised $500 million at a $15 billion valuation. There's also talk via Bloomberg that Kraken might raise $200 million to $1 billion in debt ahead of the IPO, potentially with big banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. So according to some reports, Kraken made $1.5 billion in revenue in 2024, showing strong growth. Kraken's financial strength and growth put it in a solid position to go public. So Kraken is eyeing an IPO in Q1 2026. It's a lot going on in Q1 2026. You gotta make sure you are subscribed to the channel because it seems like me and D may be living on this internet in Q1 2026, depending on how rich I am. But we might be on this internet a lot in Q1 2026.
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Man, okay. So, my bad. Okay, here we go. So, they're eyeing Q1. So the regulatory climate in the U.S. is reportedly becoming more favorable for crypto firms. So the SEC previously filed a suit against Kraken, but reportedly dropped it, which could clear a major hurdle for listing. I was literally getting ready to bring that up. Did they drop the lawsuit? So they did get their lawsuit dropped. I actually remember hearing about that. They did get their lawsuit dropped with the SEC. So despite all this IPO activity, there is a few things just to be cautious about because Kraken's co-CEO Arjun Sethai, I don't know. He says that they're not rushing. So he emphasizes they're financially solid and will only go public when it makes sense for their long-term mission. A public Kraken will further legitimize crypto exchanges in traditional financial markets. So this could help bridge more capital from institutional investors into digital assets. So when Kraken does go public, this will bring more transparency. So they're going to have to disclose more financials and risks, which is probably why the co-CEO like, we're going to take our time. As niggas gonna have to start being honest about their business model now. So this is gonna be a win for transparency in the crypto exchange business. So that's good for us, for the investors. So the fact that Kraken is filing now and in a friendly regulatory window suggests they believe U.S. regulators are becoming more favorable toward large crypto firms. So they're raising more capital. So before the IPO, that's a way for Kraken to scale aggressively. So they could be used to grow its trading business, expand into more markets, or beef up infrastructure. So this makes me even more excited, or I'm more likely to probably go play around over there with Kraken.
Yeah, they legit. They're legit.
Yeah, when it comes to the wealth management side, I think I'm gonna mess with Kraken. So while there's optimism going public is risky. So always remember there's gonna be market volatility, regulatory changes, or a downturn could derail or delay the IPO. So please keep that in mind. But this is great. This is great. Shout out to Kraken. This is great. Glad they're going legit. Glad they're going legit. Okay. Shout out to Kraken. All right, y'all. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. So while we're talking about let's talk about this real quick. So we got crypto ATM operator charged in $10 million laundering scheme. So I'm gonna keep showing this stuff because I want the scammers to see y'all are gonna get caught. The blockchain is very transparent. You're gonna get caught. So I want to keep reminding y'all that you're gonna go to jail. If you come over here scamming, doing that shit y'all did in this current system, you're gonna go to jail.
So you gotta go to jail, bro.
I'm gonna go to jail, gang.
Nah, you gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Cause we talked about a scammer yesterday. It was a 16-year-old boy and everything like that. So basically what happened is for Faraz Issa, who's 36 years old from Illinois, he runs a company called Virtual Assets LLC, which did business as crypto dispensers. So basically what they did is they ran crypto ATMs across the United States where people could cash in and get cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and shit out. The problem was prosecutors say criminals use these ATMs to turn dirty money into crypto to hide it where it came from. They also knew Issa knew the money was illegal and sent the crypto wallets to conceal who really owned it, right? So they already knew they was hiding money. So at least $10 million was moved this way from August of 2018 to May of 2025. So it took these jokers 7 years to catch this shit, right? And then the charge is one count of money laundering conspiracy against Issa and his company. And if convicted, this person could face up to 20 years in prison. He pleaded not guilty and was released on $250,000 bond. Of course, he has that much money. And the next court date is January 30th, 2026 in Chicago. If I was Issa, I'll just dip. I ain't gonna hold you. If I was homeboy, I'll just dip. I'm pretty sure he got a shit ton of crypto, and I just dip. Just go start a new life somewhere else. So basically, Illinois passed a law in August of 2024 saying that crypto ATM operations must register with the state. This was to help stop fraud and money laundering, because you already know they care so much about people laundering money, even though the governments be laundering the most money. And then an early example of this is Bitcoin of America, another Illinois company shut down in 2023 after legal trouble. And his founder, Sonny Marabin, pleaded guilty to lesser charges in November of 2023 after Ohio prosecutors said scammers used this company's ATM. Damn, yo. Damn. So you can't even, it's going to be hard for jokers to hide money, fam. It's going to be hard for jokers. So if you put in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into these crypto ATMs, they're going to try to find you, fam. They're going to try to find you. Maybe you could have got that shit off a year or two ago, right? When we was telling y'all about the crypto ATMs and, the Coinstar machine and stuff like that. But now you can't even get crypto at the Coinstar machine. With the one I was showing you, can't even get crypto no more. It's done. It's done. Okay. And some of these Bitcoin machines are gone that I used to pull up to.
Yeah, they starting to, I noticed that in some of the smoke shops and shit they in. Don't ask why I'm in
Yep.
smoke shop. Them shit's gone.
That's where they used to be. That's where they used to be.
Yeah, they gone though, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? So yes. Listen, what you say about the scammers, Ash? Tell them again.
Y'all better stop, gang. They gonna, and the crazy part is they gonna let y'all run it up till y'all get to the point where you don't ran up so much money they can get your ass on felony charges. You doing Fed time. You know what I'm saying? Your ass ain't never getting out. Your ass gonna be in there 20, 25 years for sure. So be careful. Be careful.
Look,
You know
make sure y'all running up the likes over there on YouTube. I don't know where we at, but make sure y'all running it up. I know it's 150 people over there.
Yep. All right.
But,
so
yeah, that was pretty much it for that situation.
Okay, so let's talk about these ETFs real quick. So a record of $2.5 billion flees from Bitcoin ETFs as BlackRock's IBIT sheds $1.6 billion. Yeah, so a lot of money leaving Bitcoin.
Where's it going? Where's it going? Here's question. Where's it going?
I may be a little biased in my answer, so I'd rather not answer. Where y'all think the money going? $2.5 billion is a lot of money. So that $2.5 billion, and I wonder why. It is a major rumor going around about who. How do I say this without getting our live taken down? Who financed the infrastructure and I guess the beginning days of Bitcoin? Apparently, the same guy that owns an island that was taking people there, and they have a whole e-file that's getting voted on and shit. Apparently, that same person may have been an investor in the early days of Bitcoin.
Damn.
Okay, let's not put his name too much in it. Y'all gonna trigger that whatever the fuck they use to take people live down. So that could have something to do with it because it's not a good look. Why they wait till now? Like right the time, now. Y'all be having to pay attention to the time because this is some shit that should have came out when all of the shit came out about him publicly. When I'm talking about when it got out of the conspiracy theory realm and it went mainstream into the public. Why didn't this information also come out that he could have been a major investor in the early days of Bitcoin? So so that could have something to do with it because that's not going to be a good look. So they may be you. I don't know what they're going to do with that. They may use that situation to bring the price down. Maybe these people trying to get in at a lower price. Maybe we seeing rumors of I don't know if it's going to go that low, but they saying it could get into the 40s. Bitcoin can get to the 40s. So maybe these people trying to get in the 40s and they're going to use this as a way to bring the price down, or is this the end? I don't know. Is this the end for Bitcoin? Are we going into the last days?
That'll be crazy, fam.
I don't know.
That'll be crazy.
Yeah, I personally think though. I think they're trying to tank it. And I think they're trying to tank it. I do know that. Now, will it go to zero? I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't going there, but I do believe they're trying to tank the price though.
She said, "Is this the end?" Like New Edition. Is this the end? Oh man.
I want to get back to this because this is basically damn near. This is about $4 billion if you add up. I'm not good at math, but where did that money go?
Yeah. It's rotating somewhere. It's rotating somewhere. Got to. It just changes sectors. I think Kurt said it the other day when he was on. It's like, yo, money don't never not go nowhere. Go somewhere. Just change your hands. So
damn. So Bitcoin currently, shout out to Cecil. He said Bitcoin currently at $89,662, and XRP is currently at 205. The harder to pull back, the higher the rocket go. Exactly. So according to Crypto Slate, the category of U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs experienced a record level outflow of around $2.5 billion. So while the iShares Bitcoin Trust, which is IBIT by BlackRock, alone reportedly shed about $1.6 billion. So the IBIT ETF lagged a single day outflow of around $463 million. So these outflows occurred during a period of broader risk off sentiment, falling crypto prices, and macro uncertainty. So institutional flow signals. So huge outflows of these ETFs suggest that despite the structural bullish narrative, the short-term risk sentiment can still blow up. So institutional money can pivot out quickly. So the signals we may be in a transitional discipline growth phase rather than unchecked inflows. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. They may be reallocating their funds. All I know is Kraken announced the IPO and XRP glitched to $91. So I don't know. That's what I do. All I know is XRP glitched to $91. Kraken announced the IPO, and then at the same time, all that's going on, they losing almost $4 billion over here from Bitcoin of outflows. So y'all let me know, where's the money going?
It's got to go somewhere, fam. It's got to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play New Edition. Is this the end? You know what I mean? If you know, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna see, y'all. We're gonna see. So, whoo.
Damn.
Yeah, we're in some crazy times with this situation with Bitcoin. So let's talk about New Hampshire real quick. So it says New Hampshire approves first of its kind $100 million Bitcoin back what is this bond? Municipal bond?
Yeah. So they're doing some new shit. So New Hampshire approved a special kind $100 million bond that's backed by Bitcoin. It's likely the first time a U.S. state level agency has greenlit this kind of structure. So if you don't know what a bond is, if you're new to this, because I know we got some newbies in here for sure. A bond is like an IOU. So investors lend the money and get paid back later with the interest. Usually bonds are backed by things like taxes or company assets. You know, here's the backing. Here the backing is Bitcoin, right, for this particular thing. So who's involved is the BFA, the Business Finance Authority, the state agency that approves and oversees the deal, right? What's important is that the state and taxpayers are not on the hook if anything goes wrong. This is a conduit bond, meaning that the state just approves and supervises it. A private borrower is responsible, right? And then the borrower is Wave Rose Depositor LLC, linked to Wave Digital Assets and Raismar Management. And the custodian is reportedly BitGo, which safely holds the Bitcoin used as collateral. Basically, how it's going to work is a private borrower raises up to $100 million to issue the bond, and then to keep investors safe, the borrower must lock up the Bitcoin with more than worth more than the bond. So about 160% of the bond's value. That's called over collateralized. So, for example, for a $100 million bond, the borrower posts 160 million in Bitcoin. If the Bitcoin price falls and collateral shrinks to around 130% of the bond's value, then some Bitcoin would be sold and liquidated, to make sure investors can still get paid. This matters because it's a bridge between old school bonds and the new school with, cryptocurrency and everything. And big investors who like bonds might be more willing to try crypto-backed deals when there are clear rules and strong oversight, like we were talking about earlier. And then the BFA says fees from the deal will support local innovation via the Bitcoin Economic Development Fund. And the reason we're reporting on this is because this has never been done before, right? The New Hampshire, and if you know anything about New Hampshire would be doing some stuff. New Hampshire, like Delaware and what's the other spot? Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? They may not be doing nothing. They may not have no action over there, but they got a lot of action behind the scenes, right? And New Hampshire is definitely one of them states. So, no, this is not a taxable conduit for a revenue bond. So basically that means that the state approves and oversees. The private borrower is responsible for paying back the investors, and Bitcoin is the collateral, not the state budget, and it protects investors. So this is some new shit, fam. This is some new shit. So the broader crypto vibe over in New Hampshire is back in May of 2025, the state allowed government entities to invest in crypto and precious metals, right? crypto and precious metals, and then they're working on a bill to loosen the rules on local crypto mining, which is still under review. And the history is that New Hampshire has been crypto friendly for years. They were even early efforts back in 2015, 2016 to let the state accept Bitcoin for taxes and fees, though the bill didn't pass. So they've been on this shit for a while. No sales tax in New Hampshire. Yep.
Oh, cool. Sure. I like states like that.
Yep. You gonna move to New Hampshire?
No.
Oh.
I'm already in a state with no state income tax.
I know Vegas.
Yeah, Nevada don't have state income tax.
Nevada. Oh yeah, Nevada. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Shout out to anybody, you know, in these types of states, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
You're in Nevada, I'm in Florida, you know, some of y'all in Texas.
Texas,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's all. But yeah, that was it for that one right there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Shout out to New Hampshire though.
Same with Delaware. Yep.
Delaware, yeah, for sure. They saying Delaware, the old system. That's why Tesla and Coinbase left Delaware.
Oh yeah. They went to Texas. They went to Texas, right?
All the new money going to Texas. You know, Elon gonna want that new money. New money.
Because that stock market about to open up next year.
Yeah. So it's looking bad for New York too, because Texas finna have some onions going through their game. Like
listen,
Texas, they gonna lose a lot of money because them Texans is loyal to that state. They definitely gonna get all their shit off Wall Street. And like, all my shit on the Texas Stock Exchange, please and thank you. They gonna call them brokers fast. As soon as that shit go live, they calling their broker.
Somebody, who was that? Daniel said, "This is it." Michael Jackson. Oh yeah. This is it. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was looking crazy as hell at that shit. You know, he was like, This is it. I ain't doing no more touring. And then that joker ended up out of here. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Oh yeah.
What we got next?
So I want to talk about so people can have a better idea, because y'all need to understand this metaverse shit about to be so real, y'all. That's why we're doing that gaming class in December. But from stadiums to cyberspace, how the metaverse will redefine sports fandom. So I know we've talked about before how games and all of that stuff, like how we watch sports events is about to be mad different. Why I do that? Hold on. All I did was hit X on the damn ad.
They're like, no, you're gonna watch this ad.
Like, no, I'm not.
You know, we live in America, home of the ads.
Home of the ads is for sure. Hold on. All right, my bad. So let's circle back. Okay, so let's talk about it. All right, so here is what is going on. So the metaverse plus sports fandom are merging. This is cool to me. This is some cool shit. So this is research from Edith Kween University, ECU. So it argues that virtual and augmented reality will reshape how fans experience sports. So in the metaverse, you can access any stadium, any team, or any athlete, regardless of your physical location. So fans could experience big moments like the Olympics opening ceremony or a World Cup final in a way that feels emotionally real but digitally accessible. So the metaverse could offer a full sensory experience. So you might catch a virtual ball, walk around in a virtual crowd, or sit next to fellow fans. So as the technology in AR and VR becomes cheaper and more wearable, more fans will likely adopt these experiences. So one of the biggest opportunities is global access. So even fans who can't afford to fly to a physical stadium could participate in major events virtually. So imagine watching a Super Bowl halftime show virtually through the VR goggles and actually feeling like you're actually there. Like, actually feel like digitally getting a real experience. You know what I'm saying?
Is it still blank for you, the screen?
Oh, you know what? Why did this come up close? Here we go. Sorry, I had opened up another tab. Forgot to share it. So yeah. So this breaks geographical barriers and could democratize how people engage with sports. So for teams and leagues, the metaverse represents a new way to monetize fandom. So virtual tickets, digital merchandise, and immersive fan experiences. So these virtual experiences may generate new revenue streams while also deepening fan loyalty. So there are serious concerns around privacy, security, and user safety in metaverse environments. So current regulatory frameworks are lagging behind this kind of innovation. So we do have to wait for them to, get some rules and regulations. But listen, researchers are emphasizing that governments, metaverse companies, and sports teams will need to take responsibility for the design and safety of these virtual spaces. But listen, this is about to change the game of how we even watch sports. This
Yeah.
and it's crazy because this isn't just like hype. This is what's really happening. So the metaverse is likely to really change how we consume sports. It's not just about watching, it's about being present in a digital way. And then also the loyalty and fandom will likely become more immersive. So people will want to hang out with other fans in virtual stadiums and not just passively watch. So
Mm.
this was when tokenization, NFTs, and digital merchandise are natural fits for metaverse sports. So this is a big play area for blockchain driven business models. So yeah, this has huge potential. This is gonna be huge. With me being from North Carolina, or any basketball fan knows, the Duke and UNC game is the biggest rivalry in college sports. I don't care what nobody says. Imagine being able to be a part of a Duke and UNC game virtually through VR, because with me moving all the way across the country now, I can't just go pull up in Chapel Hill, you know what I'm saying, after the game and go have that experience with the fans no more, or go over there wherever Duke go. I'm not a Duke fan, so I never went. But with me being from that area and having that physical experience, I can only imagine being able to have that digital experience through the VR goggles and actually being able to experience the game like that, like, and being able to watch that game. That's huge. If you're from North Carolina or you're a sports fan and you know the magnitude of what I'm talking about, like, that is going to be crazy to experience a Duke and Carolina game through some VR goggles and watching that whole thing, and then all the fans that's there, and it's just so hype. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Sid said Mingo built on Hedera will be huge for virtual tickets, not
Ooh.
financial advice. Mm. Damn.
Yeah. Somebody said no, Michigan versus Ohio State football. Duke and Carolina is bigger to me. Duke versus UNC. If you know, you know.
Right.
That's the biggest rivalry in sports game. I think that's one of the biggest sports rivalries. I know it's the biggest in college. I won't say in all the sports, but that's definitely the biggest rivalry game in sports. It's definitely Duke versus UNC. Biggest rivalry. And they make a lot of money. They would make more money if football, because it's more so basketball. They would make more money. It's just because football stadiums are bigger, so they'll get more money from ticket sales because they got more seats. But I still think economically, I know where I'm from, Durham. Durham relies heavily on Duke's income. What Duke brings in from the games, as small as that stadium is,
Yeah.
economy in Durham, and I know we have Duke Hospital, which is one of the top hospitals in America, and we have Duke University, and that is really how Durham survives, is because of Duke. And it's just a lot of money. And then Chapel Hill right up the street, they only like 15 miles apart or something like that. So but they make a lot of money. Those restaurants, everybody around, it's just like Cleveland with LeBron. They all made so much money off of LeBron, just the economy there. So a lot of money gets made off of them games. And shit, if basketball stadiums was just as big as football stadiums, it wouldn't even be a comparison. Compare. That game would sell, and them tickets would be high as hell, and that game would still sell out.
Still.
Sell out.
Still. Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, this is gonna be crazy for people that love that experience. For if you a fan, like I see a lot of fans in the chat. That's why y'all gotta learn.
Y'all comparing football to basketball though. That's not a. But we just talking about as far as rivalry. Right? If I put a poll out and we talk about rivalry, Duke and Carolina is the biggest rivalry. I don't like what What?
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's
It's a pretty big rivalry. I think y'all like if you're a football fan, and I can see you being biased in that, but it's the biggest rivalry. Like literally, we don't even got to talk about the the money side to this. We just talking about rivalry. That's the biggest rivalry in sports. Like Duke and Carolina fan, it's literally like I was telling D that yesterday. You literally got to pick a side.
Yeah.
I'm
Some of the
from
greatest
the
players came from both programs.
Yes.
Ever. Some of the greatest players ever came from both programs.
Michael
Jordan.
Like that's the biggest rivalry in sports. Like it got. I mean, in college sports at least. I won't argue in sports period, but for college, I don't think it's a rivalry bigger than. It's not as big as it used to be because
Jokers is everywhere.
Yeah, the one and done and all that shit just kind of ruined basketball. The whole, we can't. We used to be able to build it like JJ Redick stayed at Duke for 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? What's his name?
Jay Williams.
Like they all stayed in college for 4 years, so the rivalry was a lot different because niggas used to actually have to go to college and graduate. You know what I'm saying? So this is before the one and done thing. So the reason why it's kind of gone down is because we can't keep a roster. We got to keep changing the roster. We change the roster every year. Duke and Carolina, they got a new roster every season. So that one and done thing kind of ruined college basketball as a whole. So it's kind of brought down the the energetic side of it, but it's still a huge rivalry despite all of that. So
still produce a lot, both of those games.
Yeah. No, we about to go over this market structure bill. We about to go over that.
Yeah, not to mention the
NIL. Not where I'm from. We really, I ain't gonna say we don't give a damn about Michigan and Ohio State, but we don't give a damn. Compared to Duke and Carolina, like think about if a Michigan and Ohio State football game was on, this is just where I can only attest where I'm from, with me being from Durham. If it was a Michigan State and Ohio, we'd probably have both TVs on, but we're gonna be watching the Duke and Carolina game. It's just bigger for us. Like it's just bigger. We can have 2 TVs going on, and we all gonna be we'll just check the score of the Michigan and Ohio State game, but we're gonna be watching the Duke and Carolina game. Like that's
I forgot about the Michigan Ohio State. Yeah, that shit is.
It is big. I ain't saying it ain't big, but I don't think it's bigger than Carolina. Maybe I could be biased. I'm from Durham, so y'all gotta remember I'm from where Duke is. I'm from the area. I was born and raised in Duke. Like I was born and raised in Durham. So for me, Carolina is the biggest.
Alabama, Ole Miss is up there too. Alabama.
Yeah. The thing.
Alabama and Auburn. That's what.
I hear more about Bama than I do Ohio State. Maybe because I don't know. But I be hearing, but I had a couple classmates that went to Ohio State for football, so that's when I actually found out how big that rivalry was, because I really didn't know until some of my friends actually went to Ohio State to play football.
Right.
Yeah, so hold on, let me pull these articles up. We about to go over this market structure. Did I miss an article, D? I think you had one more because I accidentally X'd out of it when we came up here, and I couldn't figure out which one it was. We talked about New Hampshire.
Talked about New Hampshire. Starknet secures $365 million in consensus value as Anchorage Digital Assets Bitcoin staking.
Oh yeah, okay. Can you heart that in the thing real quick? Let me pull that up right now. We're gonna go over that.
And shout out to y'all. Thanks y'all for the gifts. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all running the likes up. We almost had 100K. We almost had 100K over there. Make sure y'all double tapping the screen, sharing the live. If you got Michigan ID, Ohio bars won't sell you liquor. Damn. Damn. That's serious, huh? They won't even give you. They don't even want your business. If you're from Michigan and you go to an Ohio bar, damn.
I'm not a big fan of the state of Ohio, so that's not one of them places I desire to go. I ain't heard too many good things.
Well, what about
outside of Ohio State football and the Cleveland Cavaliers? I don't know too much about Ohio.
Oh, I'll get it popping.
All right, it should be up now. Oh, damn, I gotta share the screen. Hold on. There we go. All right, StarkNet. Yeah, let's talk about StarkNet real quick.
Somebody said I'm from Cleveland and this shit. Damn.
Damn.
I fucked up.
Okay, so yeah, StarkNet. Let's talk about it. StarkNet secures $365 million in consensus value as Anchorage Digital activates Bitcoin staking.
All right, so yeah, StarkNet. So basically, what happened was StarkNet is a blockchain network that sits on top of Ethereum to make things faster and cheaper. Think of it as a fast lane on a busy highway. So securing the $365 million in consensus value means that people have locked up a lot of money, and StarkNet's own token, which is STRK, and in Bitcoin to help the networks safe and running. In total, that value is about $365.4 million. And then today, a big custodian company called Anchorage Digital turned on Bitcoin staking for StarkNet. After the announcement, about 65 million more got staked in just 6 hours. That's a quick ass jump, right? So basically, what's staked is 915 million Stark tokens and over 1,400 Bitcoin. Together, these count towards the network security weight. Basically, how much skin in the game there is protecting the network. Even though you could stake Bitcoin on StarkNet, the network does not want Bitcoin whales to boss around this decision. So it limits Bitcoin voting power to 25% of the total. This keeps a control balance and protects Stark's role. So how the rewards work is stakers can earn rewards in Stark. These rewards come from the new Stark being created from inflation, not from temporary promotions. Bitcoin stakers are about 5.63% APR funded by Stark inflation. And there's a cap. The Stark inflation will exceed 4% per year. That's the network security budget. So the big idea is the CEO wants to combine Bitcoin strength as digital gold, which is, a store of value, and Ethereum's ability to run programs, with the smart contracts and all. And plus, privacy features. So an upgrade called Grinta in 2025, September 2025, made dual staking Stark plus Bitcoin possible. The 25% cap on Bitcoin voting power is part of the plan to keep things balanced. And then why Anchorage Digital matters, because Anchorage is a regulated custodian. That means big institutions like funds can stake Bitcoin on the StarkNet in a compliant, safe way. This makes it easier for big money to join, which helped the network grow faster. And then what's next? Their plans for Q4 2025 is StarkNet plans to add infrastructure like layer 0 support and native USDC. Once again, this should bring more liquidity, which could strengthen the network security and usability. So Bitcoin staking, and then an integration with USDC with this Stark network.
Okay.
Yep.
Anchorage. We ain't talked about Anchorage in a minute.
Said I think of Drew Carey when somebody say Ohio. That joker, ain't he the host of The Price Is Right now, Drew Carey? I think so. Damn.
Might be. Okay. All right. So we got to talk about the Senate banking panel real quick. So the Senate banking panel advances Trump's FDIC pick, Travis Hill, as agency shifts its crypto approach. So the Senate Banking Committee voted 13-11 to advance Hill's nomination for FDIC chair. All Republicans on the committee supported him. All Democrats opposed. Hill is currently the acting FDIC chair. The full Senate now must vote to confirm him. Hill has publicly said the FDIC is actively working on a new direction on digital assets policy. He emphasized that regulators should not use reputational risk as a supervisory criticism tool for banks engaging with digital assets. This article also notes prior issues at the FDIC, including an independent investigation that found discrimination, bullying, and harassment under the previous chair. So this is getting ready to be official with Travis Hill over there at the FDIC. Because the Senate gonna definitely probably vote him in. So yeah, the FDIC under Hill seems to signal willingness to craft clear digital asset policy, which is what we need. So that's why I'm like, get them in there, rather than relying on informal reputational risk. So this could mean banks and other deposit taking institutions may see less ambiguous risk guidance about working with crypto firms. So y'all can so these banks and shit can stop denying me and D freaking accounts because we do crypto.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's stop that.
yeah, we can end that, or I'm about to start reporting y'all motherfuckers, Navy Federal included. So for example, if banks have been hampered by I'll lose my charter or customer fears, a clear FDIC stance could reduce that friction. So the FDIC ensures deposits in banks. If digital asset service providers or crypto adjacent firms engage more with banks, the FDIC's approach matters a lot. So a more constructive FDIC role could facilitate banks offering custody, exchange, or other services connected to digital assets. So this will have more institutional flow coming into digital assets for sure. So yeah, y'all get ready for that. So you know, it look like Hill gonna come right in and go ahead and I think that's the first thing probably on his agenda is to get this digital asset market structure bill. You know, get that shit done. I think the FDIC gonna have more control over crypto since the SEC said they ain't gonna have nothing to do with it next year. So yeah. Sure.
Okay. Well, they gotta get it rolling. They gotta get it rolling. Let's get it going.
Yeah, let's get it going, gang. So that leads me right into the market structure update. So I'm gonna start with just playing this clip from Brian Armstrong about the crypto market structure bill, and then we got a couple articles to go over about some market structure updates. So I'll start here with this clip. So give me 1 second.
Your boy.
You hear it?
No, I don't.
So fucking annoying.
I don't hear it on not on YouTube. We're not talking about TikTok. We're talking about YouTube.
What about now?
Hey everyone, Brian Armstrong, Coinbase CEO here. I'm in the halls of Congress, back again, pushing for market structure legislation. We've seen a lot of progress since I was last here. We've now seen draft text shared by the Senate Ad Committee. Senate Banking is also working nights and weekends to get the next iteration of their text out. So we've got a good chance, I think, of a markup for this bill in December, hopefully get it to the president's desk shortly thereafter. This would be a big milestone to get crypto unlocked with clear rules in the US, which would benefit all companies. But of course, Coinbase wants to be the top crypto company, so we're working hard on product in the meantime as well. And December 17th, we've got our product event, which you can tune on the live stream to see everything we've been building in the second half of this year. Thanks all of you for continuing to show up and contact your representatives and keep pushing for clear rules for crypto in the United States. We will keep doing our part here as well to try to make it happen. Thanks so much. Hey everyone, Brian Armstrong, Coinbase CEO here. I'm in the halls of Congress, back again, pushing for market structure legislation. We've seen a lot of progress since I was last here. We've now seen draft text shared by the Senate Ad Committee.
Well, mind you, last time he was there, he said that 90% of them was on board. So he's saying he's seeing a lot of progress since the last time he was there. So what's going on? Because why y'all talking about? So why is Tim Scott talking about Q1 2026? We're gonna get into it. That's why I be confused.
Senate Banking is also working nights and weekends to get the next iteration of their text out. So we've got a good chance.
They working nights and weekends.
Bullshit.
A markup for this bill in December. Hopefully, get it to the president's desk shortly thereafter.
He playing his role. He playing his role.
I'm talking about y'all better vote on this motherfucking bill, and that shit better be on Trump desk the same day, if not the very next morning. I'm talking about at the crack. I'm talking about Trump better wake up to his maid or whoever the fuck it is that wake him up, and they better have a bill presented to his face like this. Sign the bill. Like he better wake up with that marker shit, that marker pen he be using, and he better be signing that bill. Right at like that's how quickly this shit better be the way.
He gotta make an event out of it. So you gotta be at the White House. You gotta pull out the pen. You gotta get the cameras. You know, it's a show, fam. It's a show. Can't be that easy, fam. Can't be that easy.
Theater, like y'all gotta call CNN, y'all gotta call MSNBC, like fuck all them. All I need you to do is have one camera. Y'all can record it off an iPhone for all the fuck I care. Just get the bill signed. As soon as y'all voted in, have him sign it.
He got to take credit.
Can he just be at the hearing? That way, when y'all done voting, y'all can already have it done. So as soon as y'all get the final vote in, all he got to do is.
That's too much. That's too much like right. That's too much like right. He ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be nowhere near there when they doing that shit. Matter of fact, he probably gonna be in another country or across the country when that shit going down. And then he gonna make a big event out of it because he gonna want to take credit for this shit. So, yeah.
Man. Yeah. Oh, somebody. Yeah. You're right, Caesar. After that auto pen tobacco, he's signing everything live. Yeah. So we found out Biden was doing Biden was in that motherfucker doing signing laws through e-signature.
That joker went to Adobe, was like, yup.
It won't even him. It was them. Just e-signature. He wasn't even signing the damn bills. It was secretary and shit. Like
Biden don't know what he's looking at.
He didn't. Them Democrats funny as hell had that nigga in there doing e-signatures. That shit funny as hell. So we could get into this next article. So Brian got a role to play. That nigga just be talking because at this point, nigga, they can't be. You said 90% last time, and you saying it like this, like okay, well, that's 100% the way you talk. So where the bill? let's get game. Like what? He got a role to play. He got to keep everybody.
Got a role to play.
Got to keep everybody on the edge of their seat.
Hell yeah.
So we got the Senate crypto legislation inches forward. So floor vote expected early 2026. So this is from Senator Tim Scott. He lays out a tentative timeline signaling bipartisan progress on U.S. crypto market structure reform. Again, another nigga with a role to play. But we'll still talk about it. I like Tim a little bit. I like him more than everybody else, and I don't really like politicians. Senate legislation. Hold on. Here we go. All right. So the timeline and momentum. So Senator Tim Scott, who is the chair of the Senate Banking Committee, shared a tentative timeline, markups in Senate committees by the end of the year, then a floor vote in early 2026. So this suggests real bipartisan momentum on a crypto market structure reform bill. So both the Senate Agriculture and Banking Committees will each hold markups and then merge their versions into a final unified bill. So the negotiation process seems more mature. So the article says that the Banking Committee's version is being ironed out, and the AG version is still largely unfinished. So industry participants are giving feedback. So this isn't just a political sprint. There's a real stakeholder engagement. So what is Brian Armstrong talking about if he's saying that the AG version is largely unfinished? I don't know what he's talking about then. So stablecoin regulation already trending. So this legislative push is happening alongside stablecoin specific efforts. Stablecoin regulation is part of the bigger market structure bill. So there are already signs for a future where stablecoins have clear federal rules, not just a Wild West. Also separately, this article is highlighting that never mind. That's what D just went over. Okay, so like we talked about before, so they are implementing what we already talked about. I knew all this was going to tie together. So the regulatory shift from the Fed and banking agency. So according to this article that we talked about earlier, the Fed is now rolling out clearer guidance. So the Fed is updating how it supervises material financial risk and giving more room for banks to self-certify certain compliance issues. So the OCC clarified that banks can hold crypto for customers and provide certain crypto services. So all of that is tying in together for sure. So so Tim Scott basically calling for early 2026 for a floor vote. So Brian Armstrong saying December, then you got Tim Scott, who is the chair of the Senate Banking Committee, calling for early 2026. So they're intentionally confusing us so that we don't have a timeline.
Yep.
So that way y'all can see it in real time. They don't want us to have a definitive timeline.
And that's why the market crashing. They trying to FUD. They're trying to have everybody have some serious ass doubt right now, fam.
Yes.
Serious ass fucking doubt.
Yeah. So really, we saw them get the Genius Act signed in 2 weeks. If they wanted to get that market structure bill done in 2 weeks, and Brian Armstrong saying they spending nights and weekends trying to get this done, then I don't see why y'all couldn't have a hard, aggressive 2 weeks and get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? Get it done.
Somebody said the cycle is terrible because it ain't no regular cycle.
It's not a regular cycle. That's what we tried to warn everybody. We told y'all this wasn't going to be a typical cycle.
Hell no.
And now the institutions are here. So this crypto, Wild West, speculative, all that's over. It is now institutionalized. Crypto is institutionalized now. I know a lot of y'all didn't want that, but that's just what it is. That's where we at now. Oh yeah, so SHX went back under a penny, and then loan is at 0.0006. Okay. What's your thoughts on XDC? It dropped to 4 cents yesterday, and allegedly I bought more. We headed into a super cycle. Yeah. So I said, Talia said crypto getting gentrified.
Oh yeah. Bring on the gentrification. Y'all gonna do that? Y'all gonna raise it up? Bring it on. That's cool.
No, crypto definitely getting gentrified for sure.
It'll be less volatile once we have clarity. Yeah. It's volatile as hell right now. You know what I'm saying? People that's been over leveraged on Bitcoin shitting bricks right now.
Yeah.
That shit gonna go below 80 at this point.
What, Bitcoin? Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all might get lucky and catch XRP at maybe, possibly, $1.50. If I'm reaching, maybe 90 cents, 95 cents. If I'm reaching, y'all might get that. Y'all might get that.
Oof.
Yep. So we'll see. Nobody knows when this shit gonna pop off. Truth be told, we can speculate, but we don't know when this shit gonna pop off. All I know that I'm keeping up with is this damn market structure bill, because I know that's the one the institutions are waiting for. This is the clarity that we need, and that's what I'm focused on. So whenever that happens, so between Brian Armstrong saying December, Tim Scott saying, he ain't even say Trump's signature in 2026. He said just the House. What did he say? The vote. He just said the vote. He ain't even say like Trump's signature. Yeah, he just said early 2026. Markups. Tentative timeline. Markups in Senate committees by the end of the year. Then a floor vote in early 2026. He said so. He ain't even saying January, February. He just said a floor vote in early 2026. So we're gonna see. See. I forgot to talk about this Disney and Fortnite situation. So Disney and Fortnite, so Disney and Fortnite show hints of budding metaverse with new Disneyland game. Told y'all, gaming's going in the metaverse. This shit is serious.
Imagine everybody that got Disney Plus going into the metaverse to watch some shit or be a part of the movie.
Bro,
be a part of the show.
Graphics would be insane. So Disney and Epic Games are launching a limited time Fortnite creative island called Disneyland Game Rush. So this island is modeled after Disneyland with a hub area and seven mini games inspired by actual Disney park rides. So, and you know that when you go to anybody that's been to Disney World, they got a lot of virtual stuff in there when you go. You go to the different attractions that they have at the park. They got a lot of that animation stuff. But so players earn experience points and unlock Disney themed cosmetics that are unique to the island. So I think this is gonna be pretty cool for the kids. And then they sticking it in the metaverse. So it's gonna be limited time. So I guess they're trying to test it to see how it does. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Cool.
No, it's gonna be dope.
For sure. So y'all, that was all the articles and stuff that we had today. So for beginners, all my crypto beginners. So if you are a beginner, let me know in the chat. If you're a beginner, drop a 1 in the chat. If you're a beginner, because what we're doing on Sunday, I actually had it up right here. What we're doing on Sunday is we're doing the intro to crypto class. So this is one of them situations where it's trust me, bro season. Where we gonna just do an intro to crypto class for new people. Me and D got a bunch of messages, so it's just gonna be much easier to just do a class than trying to individually do, one-on-ones or whatever. So this class is gonna be on Sunday at 6 p.m. So it's gonna be crypto 101. So you're gonna learn about about keys, wallets, blockchains, different tokens and stable coins, the role of blockchain in the payments and settlement system. What's getting ready to happen on November 22nd with the ISO 222 going live. So why global banks are moving to blockchain, how it standardizes payment data, how ISO and crypto intersect, messaging versus value transfer, interoperability and emerging trends. We're gonna be talking about all of that. So the link for that is in the bio. I know some of y'all was asking. I told y'all we have it up by the end of the live.
A to Z. A to Z.
Literally.
It's gonna be like an A to Z, fam. So if you missed everything we've been doing for the past several years, everything that we've been talking about, A to Z right here on Sunday.
On Sunday. So yeah, make sure y'all tap in all the newbies. This is for the new people. This is not for season. If it don't apply, let it fly, please. I don't feel like hearing it.
Yeah.
This is for the new people. Because at this point, we are one signature away from you missing out on this opportunity. That's the best way I could put it. Their delay is in your favor. Their delay is in your favor right now. So whether they get that bill signed in December or early 2026, their delay is in your favor. But what we do know is this is a life-changing opportunity, and a lot of people are gonna be kicking yourselves if you miss out on it. Okay. Yeah. So you want to make sure you tap in. The class is only $55, so we ain't even charge a lot. I had said we won't put no more classes under $100, but really trying to help people. For those that found us late, some of y'all just found us this year. You might have found us today or last week, whatever the case might be. But this is a great time to get in before Trump signs the dotted lines on that market structure bill. As you can see, the banks, the institutions, the OCC who tell the banks what to do, they are ready. They're lining everything up. So when this bill gets signed, they can go.
Mm-hmm. So it's going. It's going. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those that are concerned about church. If you at church all day, hey, I know some of y'all be going to church after church. But it's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I make sure it's a day that people that are, that work during the week or whatever, because I've been getting several messages. I know you've been getting several messages. So we putting it all on the weekend so y'all can just pull up. And you'll get the recording if you can't pull up, as always.
For sure. So make sure. So for those that are on YouTube, I'm going to walk y'all through it because some of y'all don't know where our link is. So if you go to YouTube, why is it on this page? Hold on. That's annoying. Okay. All right. So if you go to our channel, you go here, the link tree is right there. So if you just go to the BlockNation channel, it's right here. All you do is click on the link tree and right here, Introduction to Crypto class. Right there. That's the class. And it's also in the description. So I know we live right now. Hold on. You go here to the live stream. We are crypto class. And if you go here to the description, where's the description? Right here. Intro to crypto class is right there. It's the first or second link. The link tree will take you to it too. And it is that the regular red hoodie. It's all right there. Everything is in the description. So that should help y'all out a little bit for those that's having trouble finding our links on YouTube. So it's right there. If you on TikTok, the link is in the bio, the link tree. This should be the first link at the top for the intro class. So for the newbies. So yeah, that way. I've been meaning to do that. I've been meaning to do that and be forgetting. But yeah, y'all. that's where everything is. So yeah, all newbies, hopefully we'll see y'all in there on Sunday. Like we said, trust me, bro season. Yeah, their delay is in your favor. If these people decide they're gonna sign that bill in a week or two, I don't know what to tell you. But at least if you get that class on Sunday, you knew ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? So I know some of y'all sitting on 401ks, whatever the case might be, or just may have the money, extra money, but there you are. We're gonna tell you what to do in this class, answer questions and all that good stuff.
It's gonna be interactive. It's gonna be private too, because the stuff we talk about on this class, we can't talk about on live. They'll take the live down.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the class only 55. Other than that, y'all, we're gonna be back on at 6 p.m. Don't forget the DeFi classes, all of that stuff. Also, let me show that real quick. My bad. All that stuff is half off too for the rest of the month. You go to the link tree. All the classes are half off right here. So the Stellar Ecosystem Yield Farming Edition class, half off. The Digital Assets Recording is half off. The Lobster class, half off. Intro to Crypto class, half off. NFT class, half off. Nodes or King class, half off. Rebalancing, that one's not half off, my bad. But everything else is half off. But yeah, everything is in the link tree, y'all. Everything in the link tree. So hopefully that helps. For those that want to get into Patreon, there it is. That's the link for the Patreon. Those that want to get into Telegram, the link for that is, where is the Telegram link at? Right there. BNN Telegram link is there. So yeah, y'all just let us know. Everything right there. So hopefully that helps. DM us if you got questions. Other than that, we'll see y'all this evening with with more news and updates. How long y'all have the rebalance class? What you mean? How long have we had it?
A couple weeks now.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. So yeah. Tap in with us. Other than that, we'll see y'all later.
Yep.
All right.
Peace.
Kween and Dean, we're building things in this crypto world. Nothing's as fine.
Get in blockchain now. Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to all the naysayers and all the doubters. Those are the same people that told people that the internet was just a phase. And now look at the world. Can't operate without the internet.
Listen, real quick, don't disrespect yourself and look these up. Right now. You won't regret it. Things are happening. Look these up. Right now.
So clean indeed, dropping crypto gems. It's like they got the vision, seeing future trends. Twire with the moves before the crowd reacts. First to make connections, no room for the hacks. No speculation, just straight facts in the flow. Navigating this market, watching profits roll. From Bitcoin to altcoins, they know the game. In the world of finance, the change in the frame. Queen's got the insight, D's got the voice. Together they rise, man, and make the right choice. Educating the masses, bring it back to the dark. In this crypto revolution, they igniting the spark. So if you on the road, you better tune in tight. Queen and D on the mic, bringing truth to light. With every podcast episode, they set the pace and the hustle at the block to their light. So free.
Shit going crazy right now. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. So yes, the House passed the Genius Act in a 307-122 vote. Shout out to Congress who was tired of stifling innovation and got this done. So yes, the Genius Act is headed to President Trump's desk, who plans to sign it at the White House ceremony. This shit real deep.
Kween and Dean,
this shit real. We not, oh my god.
Oh my god. Nothing's as